computer education at its best. Ave Maria Computer Center, Center for Excellence. In association with NACTET, National Council for Technology and Training.
Hello everyone, I welcome to Ave Maria Computer Center classes. I hope you are very much interested about next class. Yes, do you remember what we have learned in last class? It's about input devices and output devices. In today's class, we are going to learn about memory of a computer. First, let me explain what is the memory of a computer. Memory of a computer is nothing but it's the storage capacity of a computer is called memory. This memory enables the computer to store data, instructions and informations. The data like facts, figures, words, etc. that we want the computer to work on. And the next is instructions. The instructions are like commands that tell the computer how to work on the given data. The third one is information. The information is like the result or output given by the computer. This is called memory of a computer. As like a human memory, in computer also having various kinds of memory. These memories are classified into three types, namely primary memory, read-only memory and secondary memory. At first, let me explain what is primary memory. Primary memory is also called as internal memory and it is the main area in computer where data, instructions and informations are stored. This memory can be directly accessed by the CPU. The CPU accesses the memory in a random manner. Hence, it is also called as random access memory, which is abbreviated as RAM. The CPU can access data from RAM only till the time the computer is switched on. As soon as the power to the computer is switched off, the stored data and instructions disappear from RAM. This kind of memory that loses its contents when the power is turned off, so that it is also known as volatile memory. RAM is also called as read or write memory, as we can read information from it as well as write instructions on it. That is why this primary memory is also called as read or write memory. Secondly, we are going to see about read-only memory, which is shortly abbreviated as ROM. ROM is memory from which usually the information can only be read. That is why it is known as read-only memory. This memory can also be directly accessed by the CPU, but the data and instructions stored in the ROM are retained even when the computer is switched off. This kind of memory that retains its contents even when the power is turned off is known as non-volatile memory. Thus, ROM has the features of both primary memory as well as secondary memory. Secondary memory will be discussed in detail in the next section. Nowadays, special writable and erasable ROMs are also available. For example, programmable read-only memory, erasable programmable read-only memory, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory are also available. First, let me explain what is programmable read-only memory. It is the type of ROM that can be programmed to record information. Once the information has been recorded, it cannot be changed. The next memory is erasable programmable read-only memory. It is a type of ROM in which data can be erased using ultraviolet light. The third one is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. It is a type of ROM in which data can be erased using electrical signals. Finally, we are going to see about secondary memory. Primary memory is volatile and has limited capacity, so it is important to have some other form of memory on which data and programs can be stored even when the computer is turned off. So that secondary memory or external memory is where programs and data are stored for future referencing. It is also called as auxiliary memory. It is different from primary memory as it is not directly accessible by the CPU, and it is also called as non-volatile memory. Secondary or external storage devices have a much larger storage capacity. For examples, these secondary memory having some specialized secondary storage devices. Next section we are going to study in detail. For examples, the storage devices like floppy disk, hard disk, CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray disc and flash drives. Floppy disk. A floppy disk is made up of magnetic disk enclosed within a square plastic case. In addition to storing data, it can also be used for transferring data from one computer to another. Floppy disks are available in two sizes. For using a floppy disk drive is needed. This storage device, though very popular at one time, but in present scenario it is hardly used, and this floppy disk is replaced by two other storage devices. They are CDs and DVDs. Nextly, we are going to see about hard disk. A hard disk is a part of unit called hard disk drive and store data. This hard disk drive comes in a different storage capacities. For example, 320 GB, 500 GB, 1 TB, 2 TB, etc. A hard disk is made up of collection of disks one below the another, which is called as platters. The platters are coated with magnetic material, and each platter consists of number of invisible circles, all having the center which is called tracks. The tracks are further divided into sectors. Data is recorded on these tracks in the form of tiny magnetic spots. The presence of magnetic spot represent the bit 1 and its absence represent the bit 0. And another storage device is CD-ROM. CD-ROM is called as compact disc read-only memory, and it is consist of tracks and sectors. It can store up to 700 MB of a data. And these CD-ROMs are available in two main forms. They are CDR, which is known as compact disc recordable, that is, data once written onto it cannot be erased, it can only be read. And the another one is CDRW, that is compact disc rewritable. That data once written onto it, it can be erased to rewrite or record new data many times. It is also called as erasable CD. To use a CD-ROM, a device called CD-ROM drive is needed on the computer. The next storage device we are going to see is DVD, which is known as digital video disc, and it also called as digital versatile disc. It stores up to a 4.7 GB of data. It looks like a more similar to the CD. To use a DVD as like a CD drive, DVD-ROM drive is needed. Next, we are going to see about flash drive. A flash drive comes in a various storage capacities. For example, 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, and so on. It can be used to read, write, delete, and transfer data. It is widely used nowadays because it is easy to use and small enough to be carried around in your pocket. This is otherwise known as pen drive. It is the most important and widely used storage device in current scenario. To use a flash drive, a USB port is needed. The device plugged into the USB port of a computer. The CD or a DVD, a drive meant only for CDs and DVDs. You cannot put a flash drive or a pen drive in the CD drives and DVD drives. So that USB port is needed to put a flash drive or a pen drive. In next section, we are going to see about the units of memory. There are higher units of memory. For example, 1 kilobyte, 1 megabyte, 1 gigabyte, 1 terabyte, 1 petabyte. 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 byte. 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobyte. 1 gigabyte is equal to 1024 megabyte. 1 terabyte is equal to 1024 gigabyte. 1 petabyte is equal to 1024 terabyte. These are the higher units of memory where you can store lots of information according to the storage capacity. I hope now you are familiar about the memories of a computer. In next class, we will see detailedly about the MS Office. Stay tuned and subscribe our channel for the regular updates. Like and share. Thank you.